Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Chris Mazzarella, and you're watching No Reserve Classics. And before we get further, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, because you never know, your dream ride could be in the next video. And here we have it, the beautiful Hugger Orange 1969 Chevrolet Camaro SS Restomod. Now this baby is featuring a 632 cubic inch motor. You guys heard that right. It's a fuel injected 815 horsepower motor. It's got fuel injection, it's got a Tremec 5-speed transmission, tubular and upper lower control arms, QA1 adjustable coilovers in the front, and it's even got a 12-bolt rear. Now I know you guys can't be with me here on this beautiful turntable, but if you visit us at No Reserve Classics, you'll be able to take this vehicle as well as all of our other vehicles for a 360-degree virtual tour. That's right, with a simple swipe of a finger, bam, you get to see the beautiful exterior of this car 360 degrees. And after you're done looking at the beautiful exterior, hop over to the interior for another 360-degree tour. Now remember guys, if you have any questions about this vehicle or any of our other vehicles, feel free to give me a call, Chris, at 1-800-562-7815, and I'll be sure to answer any questions you guys have to ask. All right guys, hop inside and let's go for a ride. Let's see how this bad boy 632 cubic inch motor sounds. Put that ignition on, let that fuel injection boost up, and let's crank her up. Oh man! Woo! That baby has some rumble to it. Wow! Alright guys, so here we are. Man, this car is really cool and really loud. Wow! You can definitely tell this baby's got over 815 horsepower. It just wants to go. And guys, the outside of this car all the way to the inside of this car, you're gonna feel like you're driving a race car, because that's pretty much what this motor is. 815 horsepower, 632 cubic inch motor, blasting all that around, and it sounds great. So, as you guys have noticed, it is Hugger Orange. So super exciting, and those racing stripes look really, really cool. But face it, this is where we're gonna be most of the time. This is the location. This is the spot right here. And I'll tell you what, these seats are really comfortable for sitting in. We have our awesome lap band holding us in, the GM stamp right on there, looking really cool. But looking dead ahead, we have that beautiful dashboard, really nice autometer gauges with another set of autometer gauges, the 4-panel cluster right here in the center console. And what else do we have in this center console? Our FiTech controller. So if we ever wanted to tune this bad boy up, depending on the altitude we are and where we're going, we could do it right on the fly if we wanted to, but I'm gonna leave it up to the professionals. Right now it's already tuned out for the East Coast, the way we're driving. And I'll tell you what guys, woo, that exhaust sounds really, really good. And especially with all this suspension work done on this car, it makes you feel like you're driving a newer, modern car, just the way that it handles. I mean, this OEM style steering wheel is really good. The power steering is definitely helping me out in these tight turns, and especially going around some of these curves. And as we come to a stop, whoa, putting those bad boy Wilwood 6-piston brakes to the test. They are really nice. With all this horsepower, we gotta have some high performance braking. Now, as we're going around some of these turns, so you can see just how simple it is. I'm just using the palm, getting rid of it, bam. If I wanted to, I could take one finger and use that as well. But as you notice, I'm shifting this 5-speed Tremec transmission. I'm in 5th gear right now, just cruising 55 miles an hour at about 1,200 RPM. So you can definitely take this bad boy on the highway and go 70, 80, 90, as long as the law permits, and enjoy it and actually drive this car to the beach through the hills, cornering this car and enjoying all that horsepower. And another thing, we're on a pretty bumpy road right now, so that QA1 suspension is definitely sucking up those bumps. And that paired with the nice sized tires that are on the rear of this vehicle, and as well as the seating, gives it a really smooth ride for the age of this car, I can definitely tell you that. Now, keeping us cool are these tinted windows that we just installed all the way around. But what's really cool is this aftermarket factory style radio that you're able to just use an auxiliary and plug it in, or if you just simply wanted to, crank up the radio. We have really nice speakers in the back of this vehicle. Just saying hi to some of the people waving at us as we're going by. Definitely attention getter. But playing that radio through the speakers and just enjoying the sound of the exhaust, the sound of that horsepower coming out of that motor, and the speakers as well. So while you're driving, not only do you get to listen to it, the car, you get to listen to your radio too. All right, so enough about me driving this car. Let's head back to the barn. But before I do that, I'm gonna downshift, woo, and enjoy the rest of this ride. I'll see you guys at the barn. All right, guys, and thank you for taking that ride with me. Man, that was so much fun. So we got to see that baby outside, so let's take a look and see how she looks inside. And man, this Hugger orange paint looks really, really cool. I love it. I love the way the front end of this SS looks. Now, the headlights are very beautiful. They're those awesome factory style headlights. Now, if you guys haven't done it already, we always do a coming soon video explaining what we're gonna do. And this was the main feature right here of this car, was getting rid of those cracked lenses, those ugly lenses that were in there, and having these beautiful OEM style look in there with the LED kit behind it. Now, going through and looking at the car, just looking at a lot of the body fitment, it looks really, really nice going along the hood, through the fender, up towards the cowl, looks really, really nice. But guys, did you see the way the sun hit the reflection on these stripes? And from a distance, they look black, but looking up close to them, you have that awesome flake in there that gives it a pop of color, which is just something different. You don't see that very often. So it's really cool to have a car that has a touch that you really don't notice until you look on it. So going along, bam, 632. We got the 632 cubic inch blueprint motor in there. And man, that car sounded amazing. I love it. 815 horsepower, fuel injected, power steering, power brakes. This car looks and feels and drives great. But the most important thing for me, besides how it drives, how it looks. Look at the whole side of this car. Look at the way those beautiful 18-inch staggered US mags look. Got that beautiful gloss black face with that diamond cut polished lip. Just giving all these little chrome accents throughout the whole car, just a little bit of a pop. But what I really like about that is the Whirlwind 6-piston brakes on here. Now, they are a gloss black with the white lettering, and then you have the gloss black with the wheels, with the polished lip, just giving it an extra touch. Got the chrome lug nuts, chrome center cap. This vehicle is just really well put together. If you're looking for a car that's got high horsepower and it looks good and it's gonna stand out, this is the car for you. So let's turn this car around and see what it looks like from the other side. So there we are, guys. That was really cool. Now we get to see the back. And once again, we have those really cool stripes coming up from the trunk, going all the way down to the back, giving it that really cool look from the back, just like we had in the front. We have that really nice chrome bumper, but what's really cool is just how clean the trunk looks. Now it has been Raptor lined and sprayed, giving it a little bit of sound deadening in there. So, you know, just a really clean overlook, nice and smooth on the back, really nice and simple. And let's see how this trunk closes. Beautiful, nice and simple. Once again, the body lines on this car are very nice. I do like how you don't see the exhaust, but you see those huge General G-Max tires in the rear. And I love the way it sits. If you just check out that angle, got that really nice stance, a little bit higher in the back. and the front wheels are just tucked right underneath that fender well. I love this car, just the way the front looks all the way to the back. All right, so let's pop the hood and show you all that horsepower. Man, that motor is super huge. Look at those valve covers. All right, so 632 cubic inch motor with over 815 horsepower. Now this is a blueprint crate motor, specially made for this application and very, very, very streetable. I know 815 horsepower is a lot, but I called up blueprint, super safe to be driving on the street, very streetable. So let's talk about a little bit about the design aspect of this car. Simple and clean definitely describes this. So we have those beautiful chrome hood hinges as well as the chrome fender braces. Now, if we look a little bit more in depth, you're gonna see that beautiful power steering pump, that beautiful chrome alternator, and all of the billet polished accessories. Now, these parts are super expensive, but they look super nice. Even the water pump is an aluminum polished piece. It's absolutely stunning. We have the 3-row core aluminum radiator, keeping everything ice cold with those dual 12-inch electric fans. Now, personally, I love an electric fan as opposed to one that's just hanging on the front of the motor. Those double fans are able to suck it out and take all that hot out of there and really cool this high horsepower motor down. We have 2 breathers, matching breathers on both sides, also with, you guessed it, polished aluminum, and that beautiful K&N air intake on there. Just look absolutely stunning. I mean, it's very clean under here, very, very nice. Got the chrome booster, the master cylinder, just really elegant and very clean. I mean, a lot of these cars are just a little bit overdone, but I really think the way this motor and engine and everything came out is like the outside, very beautiful and definitely a showstopper. And you got that beautiful K&N air intake system on there. But what's really, really cool is what's underneath that. Phytech fuel injection. That's right, guys, 50-year-old car. Turn that key on, wait a few seconds, and bam, crank it over. That MSD box is gonna activate the Phytech fuel injection system, and this baby is gonna roar. Just really clean and really good looking. All right, guys, so let's check out this interior once again. And man, it does bring you back 50 years ago to when this car was originally built, given that really factory interior in very good quality, might I say, with the beautiful interior, with the beautiful leather accents, looking really nice. So let's get started. All right, looking dead ahead, you have that beautiful dash pad in really nice shape, no cracks or crevices in it. The A-pillars looking really nice, and so does the headliner. Now these vent visors are working really nice on both sides. We got the really nice light, as well as the sail panels in the rear. But looking ahead, it looks factory, but it's not. You have those 2 aftermarket autometer gauges that are sunk behind those lenses, and it looks really, really nice, as well as the center console gauges as well. Now, like I said, they do look factory, but they're completely aftermarket, giving you a little bit of information on what's going on with the car. And while we're talking about looking factory, this really cool radio that we have in here, this is an aftermarket radio, and it does have an auxiliary cord. You got AM, FM with your auxiliary cord, so you just plug your phone in and bam, you're ready to go. But looking back on it, all this wood trim is in really excellent condition, and that's for one reason. It's brand new. So you have the 5-speed indicator on your shifter, as well as this chrome panel on here, letting you know what gear you can go into next. But the center console, the rear ashtray, your seatbelt harnesses that we have right here in the front look really, really nice. Really plush on these seats. The back seats, once again, looks like nobody ever sat in there. The headrests are in really decent condition, but overall, the love of this car from the outside to the inside. I love it. Now, while the exterior is super loud and explosive, the interior tames you down a little bit and brings you right back in time to 1969. And last but not least, the underbody. So check it out, guys. Look at this bad boy. Look how nice and elegant it looks. You can see the beautiful power steering rack underneath there with that beautiful mandrel bent exhaust going from the front all the way to the back. And you have that beautiful Hugger orange paint from the front all the way to the back. So not only do you get it on the exterior through the wheel well moldings, but that baby travels all the way through the rear. You get to enjoy the upper and lower control arms, the beautiful Willwood brakes, that 12-bolt rear end, that beautiful Tremec 5-speed transmission. You get a good visual. And when you're at a car show, you could take really cool mirrors, just throw them right up underneath, let everybody know that not only does the exterior of this car look beautiful, but so does the underbody. And there you guys have it, that beautiful Hugger orange 1969 Chevrolet Camaro SS Restomod. And this baby is featuring that 632 cubic inch motor by Blueprint, 815 horsepower of it, 5-speed Tremec transmission and a 12-bolt rear end. She's got tubular and upper lower control arms, QA1 adjustable suspension, power steering, power Willwood disc brakes, Phytech fuel injection system, a beautiful factory style interior. Guys, this is one vehicle you don't want to pass you by. And based on my professional opinion, I've ranked this vehicle in 3 subcategories. First subcategory, on a ranking scale from 1 to 10, performance and handling. I've given this rocket a 9. Second subcategory, comfort. I've ranked this vehicle a 7.5. And last but not least, the quality of restoration. And I've given this vehicle an 8.5. Given this vehicle an overall rating of 8.5. And guys, I'm Chris Mazzarella, and you've been watching No Reserve Classics. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to give me a call, Chris, at 1-800-562-7815. And if you guys haven't done it already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because you never know, your dream ride could be in the next video.